Check out that puppy. Pretty awesome, huh? I call this my Angolan boa. Not because he's from Angola or has anything to do with Angolan ball pythons, but it just kind of reminded me of it. It's a Key West Raptor Motley, something I made about 3 years ago. Anyways, this video is all about showing some of what I've got coming up this season. You know, back in the day, we used to have forums, and we could post information. The information didn't get lost. It remained up where people could search for it and learn. And we don't have that anymore because of Facebook and Instagram. But back in the day, we used to have a huge encyclopedic knowledge on mutations and genetics, basic husbandry. That's in large part gone today because people don't go to forums. Incidentally, redtailboas.com is alive and well. I've brought it back to life. It's there if you want to come participate. But this video is going to show a number of my females that I have gravid. I looked at them the other day and I realized that a whole bunch of them were sitting in the heat conservation position. So I shot a video on that. And then I went back and I shot again. I didn't shoot all the gravid females, but quite a few of them. And kind of give you a description on most of them, what they are, and what animal bred them. Let you know what's kind of coming up. And I used to do that on the forums all the time, especially at redtailboas.com. And all of those old posts are still there, by the way, at redtailboas.com. So you can find all those old posts. The images aren't necessarily linked correctly anymore, but the posts are there. We've come a long way, baby. He doesn't want to sit still. Anyway, so enjoy the video. Lots and lots of babies I'm expecting. I've been making a lot of babies every year for many, many years. Don't be shocked. It's going to be a lot of gravid females, but they're tens of thousands, 10,000 litters born a year. I represent a very small percentage of that, maybe a larger number for one person to have, but I've been doing this for a long time. It's how I make my living. Don't apologize for that. So there's no babies in this video, but there are lots of babies within the females that I'm going to show, including giving the information on what they are genetically. You get to see kind of what's coming up. Most of what I produce, most of what I strive to produce, I should say, are animals that probably aren't very many other people that could produce, or some of them are. I'm going to make combinations that people can't produce, that only I can, because of how long I've been doing it and the animals I've acquired, combinations that I can do that you just can't do if you don't have the ingredients, right? So, at any rate, enjoy the video. Let me know what you think. Subscribe, hit that notifications bell, and like my video. Do lots of comments. Have fun. Right, little guy? Have fun. This is a Hypo Jungle Key West boa. She is very much gravid. It shows her she's actually in the heat conservation position, cooking those babies. And I bred her to an IMG anarthristic, Het Sharp. So hopefully we'll get a lot of really cool IMG, Jungle, and Key West and Hypo combos. Everything will be Het anarthristic when she has them. This is a Hypo Jungle Key West, preferring to sit up on the shelf where she sits all the time. And here she's on the heat, or actually under the heat. The heat from the cage above is radiating downward onto her back, which is her preferred spot in the cage while she's incubating these babies. This is a gravid Hypo Labyrinth. She last year bred this one to a carbon, and she proved to be a super hypo, which I didn't know until she had him. I was very happy that that happened, and bred her this year to another special male. We'll see how those babies turn out. He is a Call Sunglow IMG Key West Motley. That's a lot of genes in these babies. Looking forward to that. Everything will be head call, and half of them will be labbies, and everything is going to be hypo in this litter this time. This is a voluminous girl. Quite big. The perspective on this maybe makes her look a little bigger than she actually is, but this is a Key West Boa, het VPI, and I'm really looking forward to see what this girl has for me. This is a gravid IMG, het VPI female. This one's about 6 years old, probably 5.5 feet. I grow these slowly, and she is not thrilled that I'm videotaping her, but I'm getting her anyways. See how these babies turn out. This is a gravid Pastel Dream Sharp. She's looking all kinds of chunked out right there, isn't she? I bred this one to a Fire Labby Pos Het Sharp. So regardless, whatever she has will be Het Sharp because they'll get that gene from mom. And we could be very fortunate if we get some sharp labbies out of that, or sharp labby fires, sharp fires. We'll see. Time will tell, as they say. This is an Aztec Sunglow, or Aztec Sharp Sunglow. She's quite spirited normally, and she's due in just a couple of weeks. So we'll see what she has pretty soon. I'm really looking forward to this one. Bred her twice in the past. Very good breeder. Not very big. A little over 5 feet. Takes a lot out of her, but she bounces right back. And she's looking really good. This is a gravid Aztec Het Ivory Anarthristic, and she was bred by an Ivory Ghost. So hopefully that'll bring us some really cool ivory stuff in this litter. This is an IMG Het VPI, very loaded, due in less than 2 weeks, on paper anyways. Bred by a Key West Labyrinth Het VPI, so it's het-to-het breeding, so about 1 out of 4 should be a VPI, so that's about 3 babies. She might have 12. And one of those could be a labby, so it's like 1.5 labby VPIs. Don't ask me how that works, but hopefully she rounds up and we get 2. So we'll see. Check out this one. This is a VPI Snow Nexus. And she was bred by a really cool male. You'll have to wait and see. I love that. I love that. Nobody does it like I do they? That's a beautiful thing. Take a look at this Key West Motley Het VPI. I bred her to a Labyrinth Het VPI. So only get 1 out of 4, but she looks really good. And should be, it's a promising potential litter. So we'll see how she does. Now, I am really looking forward to this litter. This is a Key West Aztec Het Sharp, and she is 6 years old, about 5.5 feet, and I bred her with a Sharp Sunglow Fire. That's going to be some cool puppies, some stuff I haven't seen before. I'm not sure if it's been made before or not, but I'm really looking forward to this litter. She is looking fantastic too. This is a gravid Hypo IMG Het Sharp, and she was bred by the world's first Labyrinth Sharp Boa, the only one I've produced so far. And little tiny guy got it done, and might have a hard time proving she's hypo, unless you've seen hypo IMGs before. But she is very much gravid, and I'm looking forward to seeing what she has. Well, this little girl's all kinds of piled up on top of herself, but this is about a 5-foot Sharp Sunglow Aztec. which I produced. And she is loaded, though she's not in a position where you could tell. She's loaded with probably 8 babies. Maybe 6. But she was bred by a Hypo Labby Het Sharp. So I'm really looking forward to this one. See if we can get a Sharp or Sharp Sunglow Labby. I mean, obviously I'm going to take whatever she gives me, but it's going to be fun to watch. What have we here? This is a Gravid Celtic Jungle possible Het Sharp. And she was bred by an IMG Sharp. We obviously are hoping that she's going to prove to be Het Sharp, but if she doesn't, she's still going to have some interesting babies. This happens every year, but I did not see her ovulate, and I did not catch a post-ovulation shed. I'm not sure if she had one or not. Somebody might have cleaned her cage and tossed the skin, and I didn't get it marked down. So she has a mystery due date, so we'll just have to wait and see, won't we? This is a Gravid Celtic Pos Het Sharp, and this one was bred by an IMG Sharp. So I'm really looking forward to see how Celtic and IMG play together in a Sharp. If she doesn't prove to be Het Sharp, then we'll just be making more hets. But Celtic and IMG could be fun. So stay tuned. This beauty, I am unsure what she is. So this came from a Prodigy to Paradise breeding. And unfortunately, like Paradigm to Sharp breeding, or Paradigm to BWC breeding, the offspring are very, very difficult to determine. I don't bother to try to guess what they are. I've kept the ones that I produced from the single litter that I did that breeding on, and sought to prove out what they are. I think it's a Sunglow Motley. Just whether or not it's a Sunglow Motley Paradise or Sunglow Motley Prodigy. And that's what we're going to prove this year. The only way to do that is to breed a Sharp animal to it to determine if it's Het Sharp or not. So I bred a Sharp IMG to this animal, which regardless, which way she proves, going to make some great looking puppies. This is a Gravid Motley Prodigy. And I bred her with a Prodigy. Make some more prodigies, some Motley prodigies. Hopefully we get some beauties out of this girl. She's looking really good so far. What is that raving beauty, huh? That is a Monster Tail and Paradise, or Pastel Dream Paradise Boa, which means she is Het Prodigy and Het Sharp. Bred her with a really nice Sharp, so hopefully we'll get some really red Paradise babies and some nice red Sharps. Check out that girl. She's next to impossible to get pictures or video of because she's always on this shelf. But this is a Sharp Celtic. Pretty unusual animal. This one is 8 years old. Maybe 9 years old now. So she's about 6 feet and looking good. Bred by a Labyrinth Het Sharp. So Celtic Labby Sharps are going to be pretty cool when they get here. About 1 out of 4. Hopefully it'll be that. Half a litter of Labbies. Anyways, we'll see what happens. This is another one of those girls doesn't like to come off the shelf. This one is a Call Sunglow Key West Motley Jungle. And she was bred by an IMG Call, or a Call IMG Sunglow. So really looking forward to these babies. Some more Call IMG and IMG Sunglows to add to the mix. Check out that girl. That is a Key West, or sorry, a Call Sunglow Key West Motley Jungle. And I bred her with a Sunglow Aztec. So it's going to be fun picking through those puppies when they come. But she's looking really good. She made IMG Call Key West Motley Jungles for me last year. and this year bred her to the Aztec Sunglow. And I figured we don't have enough call Aztec stuff. So took me a little while to find one, but I found one and bred him to this girl. She's looking good. Look at that little girl. That is a VPI Key West Jungle. And that, my friends, is holding some nice puppies. This is a high-tech, Hypo-Aztec, Het Ivory Anarthristic, and she was bred by an Ivory Ghost. And she is loaded. And she is looking at me like she wants a piece of me. This is a Hypo Jungle, Het Blood, and we are hoping that she will make some world first puppies pretty soon. As in, Hypo Blood Jungle Labyrinth Boas. Oh, yeah. Check out that girl. That's a Jungle Ghost. And she was bred by a prodigy, easy for me to say, a prodigy motley. I'm looking forward to these puppies. She is so big, she just kind of drags that thing around. Look at her. She's breathing because of me talking. I can't wait. This is my second largest gravid boa. It's about an 8-foot jungle motley. She was bred by a very, very special male. They will form the foundation of a new project yet to be revealed. I love doing that. It'll be a few years. I can't wait to see. Should be a nice litter. This is a Pastel Dream Sunglow. And she was bred by an IMG Sharp. She's got really good red influence. It's about a 7-footer. Had a nice ovulation too. So, time will tell. We'll see. The nice big gravid ghost. She is looking miserable while gravid. But I'm looking forward to these babies. She's bred by a fire. So theoretically, she should make Hypo Fires and Fires Het Anarthristic. So we'll be on our way with that project. Check that out. That is a Hypo Jungle Monster Tail female. Pastel Dream bloodline. Oh yeah. Bred her to a really, really nice red pastel hypo. And looking forward to some really, really nice reddish babies out of this girl. Just a little Key West ghost. She sat still right up until I started talking, then she moved just a little bit. Started to breathe a little heavier. Great fun. This female should have my first litter, if all goes well. This is an IMG Labyrinth, Het Anarthristic, and Pos Het Sharp. I didn't breed a sharp animal to it, but I did breed an Anarthristic Key West Aztec. I'd been trying to breed this one for years. For probably at least 3 years. This is like a 4th year, and finally got her gravid. And these puppies are due in about 1 week. So she could have them anytime. She is looking pretty stinking good. Here is a very pregnant VPI Snow. First time I've bred one of these. Hopefully it'll be good stuff. Every time I look at this little girl, she's a little bit bigger. She's a hypo-labby, likely jungle. She was bred by a call sun dragon. That is a call sun glow blood. And she is loaded. Due on April the 14th. I can't wait. So, how did you like that? A couple of things that are important to note is not every single gravid female will produce a litter of babies. It doesn't happen. I know. You've never had a bad litter. You've never had a slug. I've had many bad litters. Many bad litters. Maybe more than anybody, actually. I've had a lot of gravid females over 38 years. And maybe had more slugs than anybody. Could be. Although I'm not comparing notes. But not every female is going to produce a litter of babies. Not every litter is going to be a great litter. Sometimes the litter will be too early and the babies won't make it. It's real life. But a lot of them are going to happen. There's going to be a lot of cool babies that come up. I'm going to show a lot of them in videos and pictures. And I won't show everything. There are a lot of other females that are gravid as well that I didn't show, that weren't sitting in the right position, or they've ovulated since I shot the video. Incidentally, I had a ton of Colombians ovulate this year. At the same time, I was trying to breed 3.6 Peruvian red tails, and I had 4 of them have ovulated now. 4. I'm really happy about that. Not one of those ovulations happened before the last Colombian had ovulated. So I've got Colombian after Colombian after Colombian, a ton of them. And then ovulations from 4 Peruvians fell over the next 3 weeks or so after that, including one about a week ago. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video, and come back and see what I put up next. Have a good one.